Welcome to Iron Wolf Medieval and Fantasy Craft. I'm Austin, and today we're going to be working on a peasant house for your Wargaming or Diorama. Let's get started. Alright, so the things you'll need for this project are a birdhouse, some paint, got brown, black, white, and a buttermilk, water, some paint brushes, a paint palette or plate, some pliers, a knife, and a sandpaper pad. And you're also going to need some foliage, some toothpicks, and a small piece of foam board. Alright, so first you're going to take your pliers and rip off that post in the front of the birdhouse. Now you're going to take your sandpaper pad and smooth out what you just broke off so it's flush with the rest of the house. So it should look like this, completely flush with the house. Now we're going to take our white paint and paint a thick coat over the entire house except for the roof. So the whole front, and then you're going to get the sides and the back and the bottom. Okay, so while that's drying, we're going to make our door. So we take our foam board, and I like to use a character to measure out how tall the door needs to be, and we're going to draw the door right onto the foam board. So it should look like this with about a 1/4 inch outline around the door. Now we cut out around the outline, and now we're going to cut out the actual door itself. You want to keep that outline though, because that's going to border the door. So it should look like this when it's all cut. Okay, so the house is completely dry, all painted white. And so now we're going to take our brown paint and outline the house with brown to give it a kind of wooden beam type of look. So go ahead and do that around all the edges, and then there's a special thing that we do to the back that I'll show you in a second. Okay, so now all the edges are painted. We're gonna go ahead and start on the back. So for the back, we just go towards the top and put a horizontal line, and then we're gonna take it and do a V from the top edges, and that just makes it look more medieval. So while we have the brown out, we're going to paint our toothpicks the same brown color, and we're also going to paint the door. So just take the door and brush a thin coat of brown over the entire thing, even the outline. Alright, so now we're going to paint the roof, and we're going to take our buttermilk color and just cover the entire roof. And once you cover it, make sure you get the outside edges and everything, just everything that you'll see when it's on the table. Alright, so now we're detailing the door, and we took the black and we're drawing these thin black lines to make the door look like it's made out of wood planks. And then we're also going to add black bars 3/4 of the way across the door so it looks like steel reinforcements, and then we're also going to draw the doorknob and keyhole. So now we're gluing on the door. So we glued on the outline first, try to get it centered, And then with the door, we're just painting on some wood glue that I had, just a thin coat of wood glue, and then you just press it right on there and it should stick fairly well. And that's what it should look like. Now we're going to do a wash technique, which is we took black paint and watered it down extremely, and we're just going to paint over the roof and then take a towel and then rub off what you painted on, and that makes it look dirty and more medieval and peasant-like. And so you're just going to do that to every plank. I would do one at a time so that when you paint it on it doesn't dry up so quickly and you can get most of that black off. Make sure you do the edges again, just anything that you'll see when you place it on the table. Now this is what it looks like, very medieval-like and dirty. So now we're going to work on the windows. So we're going to take the toothpicks and trim them down and then fit them inside that hole. So we're going to do a cross like a normal window. And so we just took some glue and put it on each end of the toothpick, and then we just stuck it right in to fit, and it should fit pretty firmly. You don't want to press it too hard or it might go inside and get stuck. So you're just going to do that and then do the same thing with the other toothpick, just going vertically. So it should look like this once you have it completely finished. Now we're going to put on the foliage, which isn't necessary, but if you want some, you can get some at pretty much any hobby store or craft store. So we're just putting on some more glue onto the foliage, and then we're sticking it on the bottom near the door so it looks like little bushes and just makes it pop out and come to life. So go ahead and do that, the same thing with the other clump to the other side. So here's the finished peasant house. This project literally only cost me $2 because I already had the paint and everything. All I had to buy was the birdhouse. Go ahead and make one. It looks great. Post your pictures. I'd love to see them. Thank you. So that's how to make a peasant house for Wargaming or just for a diorama. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next time.